Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for those who have subscribed to me. I know I've only got a few. I'm gonna see if I can't build this and get to maybe 500. Maybe I can help one person, especially if you're in the lawn and landscape company or lawn and landscape industry. I'm sorry. Whether you're a solo operator, if you have multiple crews, I'm just here to help give you a little bit of guidance, maybe, and show you what I've done. Maybe it'll help you increase your sales. Hey, maybe you can leave a comment and tell me what you've done, or tell whoever else might be watching this video. Maybe they read the comments. Maybe you can put a little tip out there for them of what you've done to help you succeed in your journey. So on this channel, I'm going to talk about how I've gone from 40,000 into the 7 digits in my lawn and landscape company. And we've been in business for 30 years as a family business. My dad started back in 1994. I took over in about '04, and we've just been pushing forward ever since. The last 2 to 3 years have been a tremendous jump in our revenue, as we have just been growing year over year, 22, 26, 25%, somewhere in that range, right? Sorry, I gotta have my coffee. Hulk. Which sometimes, if you work in Florida, man, this is that's my dog right there. Because we have a few things in common in the heat. Anyhow, story for another day. So we're going to talk about lawn and landscape industry. I'm also going to share with you guys my journey on how I went from fat to fit in the last 2 years. Share with you guys a few things that we've done in the idea of branding. I think branding your lawn and landscape company, or any industry that you're in the service industry, is huge. But I don't think when you're in the service industry, you have to be the best person in that service, in the field that you service. And that's where some people, I've told my friend this, he goes, no, you have to be the best. Like, okay, the idea to be the best is awesome. And you always want to strive towards greatness. Awesome, always. But agree or don't agree, if you're the best, do you have room for growth? Do you have room to get better? If the answer is yes, then you're not the best, in my opinion. So, anyhow, leading me to branding. I think branding is huge. And honestly, number one, whether you're a solo operator or you got 30 trucks, doesn't matter. If you're not branding yourself, you're doing yourself a huge injustice. Okay. Took me a few years to realize that. And just like I've chased all the fad diets, I have chased all the advertising roads you can possibly wander down, except for doing a commercial on TV because, well, that sounds expensive. So let me just jump right into this real quick. If you think about like Apple, huge company worth what? Billions of dollars, right? Maybe a trillion. I'm actually not too sure what their valuation is. Um, they're branded. Like, when you see that Apple logo, your mind just goes boom. I know what that is. You want to do the same thing. You don't have to recreate the wheel. You don't have to redesign. You don't have to think about something that no one's doing. You just have to be a copycat. I know some people are like, well, I don't want to be a copycat. Well, it works. So it doesn't mean you got to use an Apple. Obviously, that's copyright infringement. So, that I wouldn't recommend that at all, anyways. But the idea is to copy exactly what they do. Make it all match. Keep the same color. Keep it simple, and put it everywhere you possibly can, in front of all your customers and your clients. So let's start with a few things that we do in our company. The paper trails, right? First, a business card, okay? You got to have your business card. On the back, we have a QR code. This QR code takes you directly to our website, okay? It brings up this page right here behind you, okay? We got a couple pictures up here of some of the work we've done. And you can click on this free quote. When they click on this and it says free quote, what's going to happen is going to alert my cell phone. So it goes to my phone. It also goes to an office phone that we have. And most of the time, of course, the office phone is going to get it. They're going to make the call. But sometimes I will make the call. Every time I get one, I always reach out. Hey, is anybody going to call this? Anybody call this customer? Because I think within 30 minutes, you should be able to call back. If not, because things happen, there is what I like to refer to as like a 24-hour rule. If you can't reach back in 24 hours, don't even bother because they've already found somebody else. Think about like when you search something on Google, if you're out and about your family and you're looking something up and something pops up and then you got to click on 3 ads, click, 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 click. By the time you're done clicking, you're already moved past that and you're on to the next company. You're on to the next website. You're already looking for something new because our mind span is short. We want everything now, quick. We want it faster than you can possibly deliver sometimes. It's like the joke is like Amazon. By the time you order on Amazon, it's right at your door. Like before you can finish checking out. That's why I tell my wife, like we order so much Amazon, it's actually ridiculous. I didn't say that out loud. Actually, I should probably edit that out of this video. I'm not trying to get myself in trouble here. So business cards, QR codes. QR codes are huge. We're just starting to implement this onto everything that we do. I'm a little, outdated as we were being older. So my son's just stepped into the picture with me, and he's 20. And you know what? He is really bringing this to light as far as the AI technology driven stuff. And we are just really trying to go paperless. Of course, you can't get away from cards. The next thing is we do these postcards. Now, what's really great about these postcards is that you can take these to the post office and you can say, hey, here you go, take a whole box of them. You can see I usually order these by the case, okay? Boxes of them. I've got 3 boxes just chilling right here because we just do events like crazy and we pass those out like they're candy. Anyhow, on the back, we're going to put QR codes on the new ones. We don't have them on this, but they all match, okay? Another thing I like to do with these, I know I'm taking a long time. I'm sorry. Just stick with me. Bear with me, okay? This is going to help you if you're looking for ways to advertise and not spend millions of dollars or thousands of dollars, okay? Call your local companies, your local gas stations, your local home family-owned and established companies like little shoe stores, maybe little restaurants, maybe. Stay away from the box chains. Stay away from those menus they put in there. Those menus are they're a waste of money. Okay, I've done them. Actually, I've done them 3 times. Waste of time, waste of money. You're better off using your own card, okay? Or like these. And I like the idea of these because look how much more they stick out, okay? I mean, it's just like boom in your face. So for us, there's a couple of bakeries that we use and a couple other companies that they're mom and pop shops. And I call them and say, hey, can we either swap cards or can I drop some business cards off to you? And most of the time, I would say 8 out of 10 times, like, oh yeah, drop them by, no problem. I always like to talk to them first. I don't ever assume and just drop them off. I think that's rude and disrespectful. And honestly, the idea of calling them is to build a relationship because you just never know. You just never know who you might talk to. Don't be scared to let people know what you do. It's huge. Networking is huge. I can't remember who said it, but your network is your net worth at the end of the day. Next thing is door tags. Okay, they match. Now you gotta be careful with door tags because if you're like HOA communities or some of the retirement communities where we are, they're heavily frowned upon and they will restrict you from the community and you don't want that. Okay, so make sure you follow whatever the guidelines are for the communities that you're in. But there's a lot of places that you can go to that have 0 restrictions. You can just pop these right on the door. We do stick them sometimes on the front of the mailbox they hang. Do not open the mailbox. That is a crime. Do not put these in a bag. Do not put rocks in there and throw it in the driveway. Do not throw it in a book and put it in their lawn. Nobody likes that guy, man. Either A, walk it to the door, take the time, maybe even knock if you want to, if you see something. What I've done in the past is I find a couple high schoolers, like my son's friends. I pay them by the day. I'm like, hey, here's 300 of these things a piece. Go pass these out. Here's $100 in lunch money. And I'm telling you, they bang it out quick, easy money. And that $100 or $200 plus your lunch, it pays for itself 10 times over. Matter of fact, I just did it about 3 months ago. I had 50 of those, gave them to one of his friends. They passed them out in this little neighborhood and gave him $1. I gave him $1 a flyer he passed out. And believe it or not, we landed 2 jobs, one of them being $27,000 from one of those door tags. Anyhow, that's just one of those. The next thing is little stickers. Okay, now you gotta pay a little bit better and not just get the cheapos. These are actually vinyl printed stickers. They're actually cut. The same lady that makes all my stuff does all my same stickers. I don't go to 35 people. I go to one person and get everything, okay? I build a relationship with one person. I'm using her for years. And at the end of the day, I love it because I can literally call her up. Hey, I need this or this or this. And I guess it was about Christmas time. I didn't realize we were getting so low on cards, and we were doing a little chili cook-off thing, and we needed cards like within 3 days. I needed them like quick, so called her up. She had them done in 24 hours, got them right to me. And that's the difference of having building a relationship with somebody and just trying to use anybody because you're worried about saving $1 or 15 cents. So these are huge. Let me get back. Let me stay focused. These are huge in the sense of we like to use this inside our irrigation boxes. So anytime somebody needs a repair or they need any irrigation work, they go to the garage, boom, there we are. Okay, it's in their face. And we also have magnets. I'm out of them. I have none to show you. We have some on order. But we have magnets also. So if the customer's okay with it, I'll stick one on their outside fridge because most of the people we have in our clientele all have refrigerators outside in their garage, and their friends come over, they see the garage, or on their porch, their friends come over, they see the garage, and whose name they see? Boom, mine. Okay, the next thing we have coupons. Okay, one thing that, excuse me, I got coffee. One thing everybody's a sucker for, man, is a coupon. Now, I've always been kind of skeptical on the coupon in the service industry because the thought is that, okay, I'm gonna get an estimate from this guy, and then they're gonna say, hey, we have a coupon. Well, I know you just tacked on 10% or whatever this is to the thing. So what we do is we present them an estimate. They can give us to us first or second. We mail these out in the mailbox. We don't hand these out to our customers. We do have which I'll get to that in just a minute. We do have a newsletter, and then everybody in that newsletter that signs up for it, usually we send out a coupon every time we do these. We probably only do these once a year. We did this through another company, a third party, so it has like a weird phone number on it, so it's able to track, which I really like the idea of being able to track your coupons, because then you know how many calls you're getting from it if your money is being put to work for you. So coupons work really well, and I'll go and hit this with you right now while we're on it. We have these newsletters, right? So we laminate this. This is laminated. We stick these all over our booth when we do our events, so they can just scan it. It goes right to our newsletter. Also, it takes you to the website. They can double click it. Again, it has our branding, everything on it. There is one place locally that lets us hang this up with our cards. I wish I can get more, but it is a little big and bright, and it's not super attractive. But these are great. These are great to put on your trucks and trailers, which I just ordered some new ones. So we're going to be putting QR codes on our trucks and trailers, right? Takes you to the website and to all of our socials. It's just going to make everything smooth, I hope, and just drive more calls. So coupons are huge. It doesn't have to be big. You know, we have $50 off some grinding, $500 off, I think, $5,000 or more off landscaping, and then we have $500 off, I think, 10,000 or more, something like that. You know, you come up with your own situation or whatever it is you can do. Coupons are huge. People love to save $10 or save $1. We've already talked about the door tags. Door tags were super huge. And while I'm on the door tags too, door tags, these are on every single one of our trucks, okay? They're not just for reaching out to your new clients. They're for old clients too, or for your guys that are doing estimates. So I have one sales guy. That's all he does for us. He just does sales. He has a stack of these, right? So we call, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. We have all of our estimates are set up there, our Google Calendar, and we call before we're on our way. You know, 9.5 out of 10 times we call before we're on our way, and you make sure, hey, you're going to be there, so and so, Miss Smith, whoever you are. And then sometimes I'm like, yeah. You get there 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 5 minutes later, maybe they don't answer the door, maybe they forgot you were coming, they leave. It happens. We deal a lot with the older clientele, base. So it happens more than you realize. So we take these right here, we hang them on the door, hand write on the back. Okay. I think it's important on something like this to hand write stuff on the back, because when you hand write it, it's just more personable. Hey, so Miss Smith, sorry I missed you. Give me a call. Thanks, Sean. So you just gotta find your avenue, get you a specialty, be consistent, and get all your papers in order. Get a system. I'm telling you, this will work if you stay consistent. It's really important that you keep doing this stuff while you're busy, because you just keep stacking it, man. I'm telling you, can't wait till you're slow. So, guys, if that gave you any value, I know I rambled for a long time about that stuff, but being in business, if you're just starting it and you're questioning these things like what should you do, where do you go, these little steps will help you tremendously. So, hope that helped, guys. Peace.